Welcome back. Let's play some 10-minute games here on Shogi Wars. Good luck. Okay. I'm still working on Seigo Sato's fourth file rook book. So let's do our best. Don't understand this. Oh, okay. Yeah, I still don't understand it. Let's put the king to safety. I have much to read, much to learn, and so forth. So I connect many of my generals. This can't be a bad thing. I am a bit nervous about the rook, bishop, and pawn bearing down in the same square, but I'm not sure what I can do about it anyhow. Okay. So I threaten this silver. And I'm able to walk forward. Maybe this is part of the opponent's plan, but it looks okay. Alright, I invade first, if I can. I'm not sure that I can, but we'll do our best. I seem to have stolen a pawn in clean daylight. So my opponent would love to do rook takes pawn, rook takes knight. But these things take time to do. A short mate for he/she is better than a long checkmate. Yeah, I'm not sure how I would translate that either. He/she being the word for, like, certain death. So if you have a guaranteed victory, just take that. Hmm.
7分
If the silver promotes, it cannot retreat. Actually, even if it doesn't promote and it just advances, it still cannot retreat. If it takes this pawn, I can take 2 silvers. If this happens, I have been looking at sacrificing pieces for a while here. I still don't see a guaranteed win, but we're getting closer. Tactic by tactic, eventually something's got to crop up in my favor, right? Let's push this. Let's have some optimism here. Forward, forward, ever forward. Let's go. I would love to promote my rook. This looks like an invitation. Let's take it.
5分
Eventually, I do need to just start taking pieces. Eventually, material becomes a big consideration. So, my knight is attacked, my lance is attacked. I ask them to drop their silver if they could. I'm going to end up... Well, there's so many tactics here. So I'm attacking a rook. I'm still attacking this gold. I'm attacking this pawn. If I take the silver, I take this, and then I take the gold. Or the other way around might be stronger. Maybe I have mate. No, surely not. Alright, this can't be too bad. Yeah, I could have searched for a checkmate there. I instead just took an enormous material lead, which surely is going to mate soon. Thanks. Good luck. I keep forgetting how I should handle this situation, even though I also keep studying it. I'll have to study this again. Maybe I'll retain it next time. Even so, we have a unique position here. Surely we've not seen this. It looks like a dragon Sicilian. Oh, but the bishop's blocked. I wasn't looking. Um... I might actually get to do my switcheroo here. Never did I think I'd get away with something like this. Um... Alright. Sure. What does 3 Dan mean anyway? We might find out. So the instant they get a pawn in hand, my attack evaporates. But they don't have a pawn in hand, so... This is awkward. We'll put this rook in line with their king. I'm gonna probably sack... Wait, no, the gold covers this square. If I sack the knight, I cannot promote my bishop. So... I should just push on the rook's head, evidently. One who captures first gives ground. But maybe that's fine. Wait, I have a fork after this. I've got tactic and so forth. So this leads to this fork. Which lets me drop here. Which leads to this fork. Actually, this one was probably better. What do I know? They have a knight in hand. What's a knight gonna do?
$7分。
Well, it looks like I got to take a few pieces. I seem to have an initiative here. I'll do what I can with it.
5分
Hmm. Strangely, I don't have a better place for this bishop, but this looks okay. Hmm. Many pieces are attacked. I debated evading this way with the gold general, but everything hangs. I guess this way I am losing a knight, but I am covering my king's head. So, well, also, if they take this, there's not a way to exchange bishops here. I was looking at lance drop, knight takes, etc., but instead if they drop the lance, I can just take it directly. And then take the knight after it takes... yeah, silver is not going to do me in. A silver and a gold, likewise, I will survive. Oh, okay. It's good to know. Um, spooky stuff, man. Oh wait, they can take my rook. I eventually lost sight of this incredible maze of variations. My king is defended by 3 generals, so hopefully I live through this, but I probably had something better than bishop takes, even though bishop takes prevents me from surrounding my own bishop. This just looks so sparse.
3分
I'm not sure that that was the best place for the bishop. Like, my opponent could have forever posed me questions about where might they drop it. Instead, I know exactly where it's at now.
2分30秒
Thanks, Speeding. 2 down, 1 to go. Good luck. Well, I'm curious where we go next. Surely this is a unique position. Because only I'm crazy enough to play this kind of thing. So this looks a bit loose, no? I sacrifice a pawn, but I get to promote a bishop and attack a rook that's right there. Maybe I don't get to attack it if this gold moves forward. Still, I don't mind my chances here. Oh, I have a pawn that can go right there. What a nice coincidence. Problem is this gold can move up and I drop the pawn. Like, I lose the pawn. So maybe that's too much. Having a promoted bishop's not bad, but things could go so much better. My opponent's position's fine. My king is not fine. I'm gonna run. I'm surprised they didn't build Bear in the Hole, aka Anaguma. It's a scary name. But yeah, tucking the king safely in the corner definitely presents a challenge to the opponent. So if I just push this and then... Oh, it means hole. Okay, thank you. Kuma. Oh, that's right, yeah. Anybody who's seen Danganronpa knows what Kuma means, probably. So that's why it has that scary name. Although in the West we refer to something like that as a badger, but, you know, it's still a frightening creature. Ah, whole bear. Okay. Yeah, I do like how these names are kind of blunt and to the point. Um, a raccoon. Okay. Thanks for the correction. Um, I'm just going to go back and stop trying to win material here. Um, my king is, well, it's in a better spot than it used to be in. We might see me playing Urashino with a promoted bishop here. I guess that's a strategy. But against central file rook, it looks messy. Half Mino is a strong castle, not to be underestimated. Oh, I scared my opponent. At least that's how I interpret this move. Like, yeah, that's ambitious, but, um, well, maybe it's okay. Uh, I'm surprisingly not opposed to a rook exchange here. If they push this pawn, I could drop a pawn. Then their gold could make contact with my horse, and I guess I have to back off. But my rook on the center file wasn't going anywhere. This puts pressure on the side of the board, but relieves it in the center, so I'm relieved that my king is not. It's in less peril than it used to be in here. But yeah, now I can start to look at bishop here, pawn drop, whatever. Um, not saying that's going to work, but more possibilities are available. Okay. They see that, or they just coincidentally block it and not seeing it. Um, hmm. If I drop a pawn, if we exchange, bishop takes. How am I doing?
7分、
I think it's okay. Oh no, if pawn drop, they could drop a pawn too, but that doesn't change much. Um, it's so strange to put a pawn in front of my rook. I, like, violently don't want to do that. But tactics seem to support doing this. So I envision a position where the rook is blocked by their goal general, and then I back off and I'm hitting this, and somehow I can also bust open this file. It's probably safer to just raise the silver up here to fight back, but I don't know. I didn't like the prospect of them dropping a pawn and my not having confusing tactics everywhere. So I'd rather have confusing tactics and somehow imagine that this is better. So I'm imagining dropping a pawn in front of the bishop here, which actually doesn't help me at all. Why did I do this? This ain't chess. In chess, I can seek out crazy positions and keep an eye out and eventually look for a simplifying tactic. Shogi tactics always get more complicated. Alright, so we'll just pretend I moved here without doing all that pawn and exchange stuff. And I guess bringing the silver out might be useful. I'm just concerned I'm going to open some hole up somewhere where at some critical moment and they'll get a bishop drop and a promotion and everything's going to be a cascading failure. But it's not here yet. That's just the future. Wait, if I dodge this way, they need to defend this again, don't they? Or they could push it. Just kidding, but then I could drop, and I'm threatening to take this, but then gold up, and tactics don't resolve in my favor. Yeah, let's just do this, and assume I have time to do this. So I could push this twice, then bring this over. I just surrounded my own rook, but like, what else is going to happen here? I don't like this. This doesn't look right. I could push the edge file now that there's one fewer piece opposing. Maybe that's what I should have been doing the whole time. Yeah. In retrospect, it's kind of obvious. I was just so concerned at this pawn advancing on my rook's head and my having no way to address it. But surely I had tactics everywhere to address that, and I was just panicking for no reason. Anyway, I guess we're here now. I can't win this pawn because they moved the knight up, so like it's going to support the pawn, but this is such a brittle shape. So I have to like, well, pushing the edge doesn't seem to win either. Man, they have just the right pieces to deal with my advancing this. We'll push this instead. I guess they think they have time to build a stronger castle. It's not a terrible idea, but I'm not sure they have time for it. A bishop in hand just is like something I have to constantly watch out for. And having said that, like somebody's going to review the game and find out that I missed some tactics somewhere. And actually, it was like they had a winning move the whole time. knowing my luck. So this is how edge file tactics work. There's never profit to be made here. So I sacked a lance. I guess the lance could be used against my pieces. Alright, so their castle is split, and I just took a rook. They have 2 bishops. I can drop the rook, forking both golds. They defend their king, and I take the other gold. They see that. So instead... Do I drop the rook anyway? No, I'm going to activate my rook.
5分
So put that on an open file. Promote that. Come on. Work their castle and their gold general. Take one of those. I'm going to gold drop here next. Probably. Thanks for the game. Yeah, I'm not letting a bishop drop in my camp like that, so would have enjoyed playing that on, but there was not time. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.